Hello class! Today we're going to be learning how to draw a simple cut diamond. So this is not a raw diamond, this is a diamond that has been polished and cut into a shape that would be used for rings or pendants or things like that. So this will be a simple round cut diamond, and we are going to be using our blues and black pencils. You can choose your own combination if you'd like. I'm going for the classic sort of transparent to bluish diamond look. So I'm going to be starting with the medium color, which is this blue, and we're just setting down the shape. So that's the line work for our drawing first. So we're going to be starting at the top of our paper, and for the paper you can use a half sheet of any regular paper, and you can use it lying down, landscape. Okay, so the first step is to make an octagon that's sort of squished. So I'm going to show you first before you start. It's an octagon that is very wide but very short. So instead of an octagon that is being seen from the top, you're making one that's sort of squished, and then you want the front lines to be a bit longer because we're looking at it from an angle. So the back lines will be a bit, but just a bit shorter. The front ones will be a bit longer. So this line here will be shorter, this line here will be longer. They're the ones that are in front of each other. And the lines here will be longer. Lines here will be a bit shorter. And then we can just connect with short lines over here. So that's the top of your diamond. Alright, after you do that, we're going to be placing a dot quite far from this bottom line here. Our diamond will be facing that way, and we're looking at it from an angle. So just a dot for now, and then we will be placing dots on the outer side of our diamond. So there will be two dots, one a bit farther and one a bit nearer, and then one a bit farther, like so. And the same one here. You want it to be sort of equal. So one here, and then one slightly at the bottom, but this time closer to the body. Okay, so if you're a bit nervous to start here and you want to see where this goes first, you can wait. Okay, so I put two dots. So again, here one is a bit farther, one is closer. Here one is a bit closer, and then the other one is farther. And then both of the dots that are higher will be connected to the short lines on the side of the octagon. So I'll show you here. And when you do this, try to make straight lines. There, that's the connection. And then you will make another triangle connecting the two dots you made to the point of those two lines that are closer to the middle, like so. Alright, do you see? So we simply made the two dots, and then we connected them, and we made sure to make two triangles first on this side, and then two triangles on this side as well. Alright, so from there, then you can connect from here to the dot that's a bit farther. And again, try to make straight lines. You can do thin hairs like this to connect, to make it straight. Or if you're confident, you can just make one swooping motion. Or even a slow one like I'm doing here, until they connect. Alright, so now we are going to be filling in the lines that will be here at the middle. And the first one is, we're going to make another triangle coming from the same dot where the two triangles are also connected to. But to know where the other point is, we are first going to create the line that dissects the shape over here. Okay, so first we are going to be making a line parallel to this bottom line, slightly longer, but very slightly only. Very slightly. It's really almost the same size. And we connect that. And in that line, we will be making a triangle. So you find the center and then connect. Alright. And then on both sides here, you're going to be finding a center dot, but rather than making a straight line, you just make a dot that's a bit lower, just a bit lower, so that you can make a very obtuse angle here. Barely an angle, but you will see that the edge here is kind of connected by those dots. Then, just like here, you will be dividing this shape into three by placing a triangle pointing downwards. And we're almost done here. We've already done the crown part of the diamond. Now we are going to make the lines that will be visible here. And this part is somewhat easier, so we just want two dots very close to these two lines here, near their middle. One dot here, and then one dot here. And then that dot will connect to the bottom, same as this dot here. Okay, then from that dot again, I will be connecting to 3 points. One there, one here, and then one here. This is very much like a connect the dots kind of activity. So again, I'll show you one here, then last one here, which is already kind of there. Alright, so that's just a very uncomplicated diamond cut, because if you see other diamond cuts, they're very complicated. So now that we have our lines, we can just simply shade. And you want to shade each flat shape with a gradient. So I'll pick a corner, darken it, and then go lighter and lighter, like that. And you can do that to the whole shape. So for the top one, I want to keep it light, so I'll use my light blue. Oops, there's something. I think I have glue on the tip of mine, so I'll use a side. I'll just simply shade, and then I'm making a curved motion here. I want to shade here at the bottom and fade into white, like that. Then you can, if you want, add a bit of black to add some bit of contrast. So I'm going to choose this corner over here and then just fade it like that. You can make some of the lines a bit darker with your black. There's not much rule here because it's not an opaque shape. So a lot of the time when you look at a real diamond, you can see very light and very dark sort of shining through, because normally you would be able to see the lines from behind. So you can experiment with that. But for this work that we're doing today, all that's required is for you to shade the shapes that you do see in front of you, and to just shade them with a gradient. So you just pick a corner, and then from that corner you will shade dark, and then lighten your stroke as you go farther from that corner. You can even blend, so from black, now to blue, and then lighter blue, and lightening my stroke. Maybe I want this corner also to be a bit more dark, and lightening, then go to light blue. So feel free to play with this and take your time for this step. Use the different strokes that we've learned for the pencil. So I'm choosing this corner to be the dark, and then I'm lightening the more I go to the other corner. Same here, I want this to be dark, and I'm picking this at random. And it will have a nice effect no matter what you do, as long as your lines are where they're supposed to be. Here I want to fade it with my finger a bit because the black is a bit dark. So you just do it for all of the triangles, octagons, all the other shapes. You can leave some very light and some a bit darker. It looks nice when you choose one corner to be very, very dark. Maybe here I'll put a dark corner. And just shade and fade. It's a nice way to remember what we're doing. Shading and fading. And just go all over your diamond shape. Until you've gone through all of the triangles and made them look exactly the way you want to. There's no rush here. You can take your time, step back from your drawing and see if there are sides that you want to be a specific color. There could also be some sides where you want it to stay white, to look shiny. That's also possible. You can make the whiteness of the paper work for you. Maybe you can pick one side where it's shinier than the other. And then lastly, you can add a bit of a shadow. And it's nice if you can pretend here that the light is going through and there's sort of a gradient as well. I'm leaving some white points here in the shadow. And that's our very simple drawing of a cut diamond. And I'll see you again next time.